everybody. Today is Wednesday, and today I thought we would, or I would show you different ways of doing the molds. So I thought that'd be kind of cool. So I picked up a couple molds from Your Space earlier, just to show a little variety, and that's where I got this cute scarf. It's called a monkey scarf, I think. I don't know why, but cute. There's only a couple left, so if you like them, call Cecilia. But so I grabbed 3 different molds. This one is a really popular one with mermaids. This one is a favorite of mine because they're like keyholes. So if you have a plain dresser and you want to make it look like really interesting, you can put one of these molds on it and brush it over with like a metallic cream or something like that. It's going to look like a brass keyhole on furniture. And then this I love because this you can line really on anything. You could put it like on a border trim around a planter pot. You can put it, actually I'm working on something where I did something like this on a cabinet and it's on the frame, and then the inside of it's going to be a dark chalkboard, not to be used as a cabinet, but just a nice big piece, and I'll show you that probably on Friday. So I thought I would show you that. So this is air clay. We have this at the store as well. I'm just kind of warming it up, making it pliable, and I'll show you how I go ahead and do that. I'm going to do this top one because I'm so crazy about that. I think it's beautiful. And then there's another way to use these molds, and that's with a resin. And the beauty of a resin is that it settles like within 10 minutes, and that's awesome. But it's not real pliable. But now something like this, I can put it in the mold and I can take it out immediately and like wrap it around like a planter pot or wherever, and you can make it mold against whatever the surface is. So if it's going to be going around something, it's no big deal because you can glue it on there, and if you need to, you can put a little rubber band just to hold it in place, and it will dry that way, and that's cool. Or people do it on ornaments, that sort of thing. So there's that. So let me get to work on this one. I'm going to put my glasses on here. So I'm just going to kind of roll it out to that length. But it doesn't really matter. You're just going to press in more as you need it. There we go. Here we go. So I'm pressing it in. And I'm just kind of working that in. And then once I really feel like it's in there, of course there's a cat. Once I feel that it's really in there, normally I've got a little like a scraper kind of a thing. Griff, please, for the love of Pete. So I have a scraper and I take off the excess, so it's kind of a flat surface. So let me go ahead and do that. I'm pressing it down and I'm just taking off the excess. Griff. Griff, I love you, but give me a second here. There you go, kitty. I love that cat. All right, here we go. Now, see, I just picked up some. Didn't want to do that, so I'm just pressing it right back in. Very forgiving. It's not like this hardens so quickly, but again, I'm pressing down and off to the side. And you can just do it in little baby bites, just like that one. Yep, there we go. With the air clay, the leftover stuff, because a little does go a long way. The leftovers, I keep in a Ziploc and just keep it in the fridge. And that keeps it nice. And then when I do go to use it again, I go ahead and really kind of warm it up. Just makes it a little more pliable. Again, we want it to really fill those little nooks and crannies and that jazz, so. Just gonna finish this up. I did take pictures of different molds that we have available at the store at your space. So if you find, and I'll post those, I might post them in the comments, I'm not sure, or I'll post them separately. But if you find that you would like one, just message me or Cecilia, and we'll hold it to the side for you. If you would like some air clay, we've got that at the store. We can do that for you. If you'd like, you know, if you are concerned about being out and about, we can either run it out to you when you pull up, or I can easily mail it to you too. So that's no big deal either. So this is all pressed in there. I've scraped off all the excess. I've really, you know, I let it sit a minute or two, not real long. You don't want it to dry in there, otherwise it's going to be really hard to get it out. Now, I can't speak for all molds, but I can speak for the IOD. This is one of those even food-safe silicones. So even if you wanted to make like chocolate or whatever in there, you could literally do it. But, so there's that. It's super pliable. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to peel out the mold so much as I'm going to peel away from it with the mold. And I'm kind of leaving that mold nice and straight. There we go. And literally it just peeled out just like that. And look at how beautiful that is. All the details are perfect. I love it. It's perfect. Now see, and that's the air clay that I used on my bird. All the details are amazing. So there's that. Finn, did you want to say hi? Finn wants to say hi. There he goes. Hello. So there he goes. Now, so that's the air clay. You know, while I've got this out, I want to show you just another thing that's kind of fun with this air clay. Cecilia taught me about this. So I'm gonna flatten this out. I may need some more. I probably will actually. Yeah, I'll see. So you've seen a lot of recently cute stuff where it looks like people put this on mason jars or on planters and they stamp it. And it just looks like a really cute old world kind of stamp. I'm going to find a small one because that's all I've got there. I think I'll do that one. Okay. So this again is IOD. These are stamps. Normally you either put an ink on this or you roll paint and you press it down on really any kind of surface. And that's normally how stamps are. But because these are raised, and it's silicone, you can press it into something like this air clay. So I've pressed it all the way in there. And now I'm going to peel it off. And look how cute that is. So now what you would do is go ahead and put this on a pot or, you know, or a mason jar, something along those lines, which I think I'm going to go ahead and try to do after. Oh, I'm sorry about this. The cat's knocking into it. That'd really be cuter of jewelry. There we go. Sorry about that. Now with this, you want to read the instructions. And it's really kind of like a chemistry set. You need to have exactly there we go. Oop, there we go. So what you do is you mix one part this and one part that. And you mix it together and then you pour it in. So give me 1 second. I'm going to get a little cup. Sorry about that. So, let's see here. The nice thing about it is that it turns white when it's done. So, I'm going to do a little 12.5 or 15 milliliters. You know what? I'm going to do 20 each. Because I want it to really fill that whole big mermaid. If I don't feel like I've got enough, I'll do a smaller one, but it'd be kind of fun to do the huge one. I'm using different cups for each one because you don't want them to kind of activate each other right off the bat. So, equal parts. I'm going to stir this up. You can see it kind of gets a little milky there. Okay, all right. Hopefully I've got enough for the big mermaid. We shall see. I think it's gonna work. I think that's good. Okay. There we go. So now we literally let it sit. It's kind of raised up a bit, but we let that sit for, well, it could take up to 10 minutes, but it tells you when it's done when it turns white. So that's that. I won't keep you because that could be boring watching this. I'd be watching paint dry. But so that is that, and I will post this in about 10 minutes just so you see it, or maybe I'll just come back live as I peel it out. So I'll do that. So I'll be back in about 10 minutes. Thanks. Bye.